Hi, Ray Hayden here, and this video is part of the Creators Helping Creators series that I'm making, but this one here is not going to be talking about 4K, 1K, though it is related, all right? What I'm going to be talking about here are watch time minutes. Now, keep in mind that we got the last 28 days. I am going to throw the 4,000 hours in here, right? Because this is important, and when you're starting to grow your channel, you haven't hit the 4,000 hours yet, maybe you got 1,000 subscribers, a little bit better and everything, but you're still really struggling with the 4,000 hours. I hope this kind of helps you in your understanding of this. If you're in the 28-day mode, let's drop this down here. There is nothing that says month. There's nothing, well, down here, right? You can look at your month right there, and that's just, almost a waste. Let's keep it on 28 days. And let's just go right to the point here. Because it's on 28 days, there's 13 months in a year. Just trust me, there is, all right? So if we need 240,000 hours, right, or minutes, we need 240,000 minutes divided by 60 is 4,000 hours, right? So let's do times 6 to get back to 240,000. If we divide that by 13, all right, we need 18,461 watch time minutes per 28 days, all right? So you're worrying about month. If you're going by month, 240 divided by 12 is 20. So, 2 times 12 is 24, right? And 240,000. So 28 days is not a month. But if it was a month, then you need this number to be 20,000 minutes, 20.0K. That's what you need every month, but this is every 28 days. At 28 days, you need this number to be 18.5, which seems a little bit more doable, And I'm telling you from my own personal experience, when I was thinking, oh, I need 20,000 minutes a month, I'm like, no, I'm looking at 28 days. I don't need that per month. There's an extra month in a year. At 28 days, I need a little bit less. So I did the math and it was 18.5. So that's what I was, it gives you a little bit a lower, goal to hit. So it feels a little bit better as you're getting there and then beyond. All right. So, just take my word for it now. Thank me later. Trust me now. Thank me later. Let's look at another thing I want to talk about here is ebb and flow and talk about the normal business cycle. You may have been an employee with somebody. Maybe you owned your own business, but you didn't really. Like me, I'm a small business. I am me. I am my business. When I die, my business dies. Okay, that's the way it works. Yay. But here's the deal. There's something called a normal business cycle. Now, for manufacturing concerns or people that acquire things, put them together and set them out, not really manufacture, but assembling concerns and other things like that, there is lead cycles and all this other kind of confusing stuff. There is also a normal business cycle. So that's something you got to be familiar with, and it happens everywhere, personal life included, and business cycle and in YouTube. So here's a short 28-day business cycle. Things are going pretty good. Now look at the blue part, okay? Things are going pretty good up in this part. Then there's like this kind of valley of despair, and then things are doing okay again, right? So what am I going to do? Am I going to be like throwing parties over here, crying my eyes out over here, and then throwing another party over here? I'll drive myself nutty with the stress. So you don't do that. So what you do is you accept the fact that you're going to be doing okay sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to be doing okay. And then other times you'll be doing okay again. Normal business cycle. If you can identify that and kind of track it for your channel, that's great. You might be able to forecast when things are happening, how things are happening. That's what YouTube wants us to use the analytics for. They really want us to be able to plan what we're doing, how we're doing, and why we're doing it. It makes us more professional YouTubers, makes YouTube elevate its value to the world as a whole, and it gets more people watching YouTube, which means they're going to be watching advertising, which means YouTube's going to make more money, and maybe we can too, okay? So that's the idea of that. Another thing I want to talk about is the year. A year is not a year, okay? And then this is funny because today, just the day I'm making this is January 10th, 2019. The end of my year for YouTube was January 9th, okay, of 2019. Tomorrow, the end of my year is going to be January 10th. The next day, the end of my year is going to be January 11th. So on January 12th, the end of my year is January 10th. What I'm saying here is crystal clear. Every single day is a brand new day of a brand new year. Every day is New Year's Day, which means every yesterday is the last day of the year, all right? New Year's Eve, all right? Or the equivalent of December 31st, but I don't want to say December 31st because I don't want you to think a month or a day. Every single day is a brand new start of a brand new year, but you don't have to, it doesn't stop because as you see here, I have a whole year up here, right? So did they erase the whole thing and I start again? Not at all. That's not what happens. It is every single day is the beginning of a new year. Every yesterday okay, it is January 9th, was yesterday. That was the end of my previous year. So every single day, unlike taxes where you have to really define what your year is, okay, in the United States, probably everywhere, but for YouTube, for our watch time minutes up here, every year begins every day. Every yesterday was the end of the previous year. So every single day, they never erase your minutes. You don't lose any time, ever, okay? Unless they delete a channel and they take away that watch time. But as they get rid of, if they do more and more purges and get rid of more and more dirty, rotten scoundrels and spammers and scammers, then it's just better for the entire thing as a whole. And if they do it the right way, and they can do it the right way. If they focus now on doing it the right way, things get better for people who are doing it the right way, meaning us as creators. We're doing it legally, morally, and ethically, getting the job done every day, every way. We keep on going. We keep on growing. We pay attention to what we're doing. We try to improve our skills, try to help people out, try to get the job done. Things only get better. They just keep getting better, right? So, you got to step back sometimes before you make a big leap forward. And, apparently along the way, there were a whole lot of bad steps forward, so they got to clean that mess up. So with that, this number right here, there's no math to do at all. This number here, clearly, plainly, simply, must be 240.0K or better and improving, okay? You don't want to just end at 4,000 hours a year. You want to grow your channel, right? So currently I'm close to being twice that, I guess, or along the way of going towards twice that in the previous year. So I want this to be a whole lot higher. I would like to be this to be over a million minutes and more, So we got to keep working on that. But when we're looking at this, if we switch our view from 28 days to 365 days, this number here has to be, very simply, 240.0K or better and improving. And you certainly want to see that little green indication of an up arrow, and you'd like to see 289% or more. Okay, you'd like to see a number like this, 928% or more, right? That's what you'd like to see on your watch time and subscribers. And you'd like to see that every day, okay? So I hope that answered a couple of questions. There are going to be ebbs and flows. Unless they do a purge and get rid of a spammer, scammer, and dirty, rotten scoundrel, I seriously doubt that is going to have any effect whatsoever on your watch time. They might pull off a subscriber that's a spammer and scammer, dirty, rotten scoundrel. These people are fake anyway. It's not going to have any other effect. It's going to be a loss that's going to actually improve your numbers, all right? Because if they did come in and watch one of your videos, they were there for 3 seconds and bounced out. And you don't want that anyway, all right? I will talk more about quality and stuff like that and professional growth of a YouTube channel. I'm going to make another series. I have to come up with a name for it. And I'm going to be working on it. There's 2 more series I want to make above and beyond creators helping creators. All right. So with that, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Give me a great big thumbs up. Like this video. It's the right thing to do. Make sure you make comments below. Make a comment below. Let me know. Or let me know and make a comment below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It is a mandatory requirement that we have subscribers to be successful on YouTube as of 2018. All right. So until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.